Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Minolix, and today I want to teach you how to make a traditional marriage cap. You know this chieftaincy cap in traditional marriage cakes. So I usually use a 6-inch cake, one layer 6-inch cake to make my traditional marriage cap cake. So the first thing I do is to bake the cake 6 inches one layer, and then I crumb coat it. After crumb coating, I roll out my fondant. In Igbo tribe, the cap is usually red, and it's usually like this. You know when they say red cap chief, this is the kind of cap they use. But however, in other tribes, their caps for traditional marriage is usually different. So I bake my 6 inches one layer cake, I crumb coat it, and then I make sure I trim out the parts that are not supposed to be, the parts like the burnt parts, or the very, how to trim your cake. Yes, so I now roll out my fondant and I cover the cake. I don't use paneling method for this particular covering because it's a small cake. So paneling method, it's not required. So I cover my cake with the blanket method. After covering it, I ensure that everything is perfectly fitted. I cover the cake, and then it depends on the impression you want to make on the cake. If you want to leave it out completely smooth, you can leave it out completely smooth. But for me, for this particular traditional marriage cake, I wanted to make a kind of design on it. So I used one of my modeling tools. This one looks like a craft knife. I used it to create some impressions on the cake. You can also use your mat if you have any mat. That depends on the kind of design you want to create on the cake though. So I'm using this knife now to create this impression on the cake. I'm going to do this all over the body of this cake. So here you go, just watch as I do this. It doesn't mean that you don't necessarily have to do exactly what I'm doing on this cake. You can do your own kind of design, but just do something. You can leave it out plain and smooth. You can create an impression on it. So I'm going to do this all around the cake, after which I'll show you the next process. So just watch as I do this, and at the end I'll tell you what the next process will be. So while we wait for me to finish creating this impression on my cake, if you're new here on this channel, my name is Minolix, and this channel is Minolix Edibles and Services. We are all about cake business tips, food business tips, recipes, how-to videos, and I'm thinking of adding lifestyle to this channel. So just watch and see if I'm going to add or not. But we are all about cake and food business. So on this channel, I share recipes. I teach you how to decorate cakes, fondant, buttercream, whipped cream, cake business tips that have helped me to thrive in this baking business. You'll sure love it here on this channel. I ensure I post video every single week. I'm not sure of how many videos per week, but no week passes by without me posting a video for you to engage in. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I assure you that you're gonna like it here. So this is the cap. I have created the impression here on this cap. I have done that, and I'm satisfied with the impression I've created on this cap. The next thing I'm going to do is to get my fondant and get the cap head. There's something that is usually on the cap of red cap chiefs in Igbo and Ikwere and some other tribes. That stuff standing on the cap. So I'm going to roll out my fondant now, and I'm going to create that. After creating that, I'll ensure that I attach it firmly and properly to the cap. So watch me as I roll it out to the shape I desire. As I roll it out to my desired shape, and then I am going to use my edible glue to attach it to the cake. Not just my edible glue, because the glue can fail at some point. So I am going to use edible glue and a skewer stick, a very small skewer stick, to attach it to the cake. So watch me. I'm going to put the edible glue now. I've gotten the position where I want to place it. You can see that our cap is already taking shape and face, so this is where it's going to be. And then I'm going to get my edible glue. The recipe for edible glue is 2 tablespoons of water and few drops of CMC. Yes, you don't want it to be too thick, you don't want it to have seed, so you put just a drop or 1/8 teaspoon of CMC into the 2 tablespoons of water, and you turn it, stir it for a while, and you see the glue coming together. So this is the, I don't know what this thing is called, but this is the stuff that is going to be on the top of the cap. Then I attach it, and voila, we have our cap ready. This looks like a real Red Cap Chiefs cap. This is the cap now. So after now, what I'm going to do is to use my steamer to steam it so that it comes out shiny and neat. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.